Alright guys, the time has come to try it out. So this is American Sycamore. I believe it's about 15 inches in diameter. I just got to finish setting up a few things. So these 2x4s are just sitting on the ground with pressure on it to help stabilize it. It's got this middle brace that's help keeping the middle part from sagging any. And these are pressed in there. And the ones on the front are drove in the ground about 1/2 foot just to keep the whole thing stationary. Same thing back here. Still got to take these bolts back out and put gas in it and get the height set, and we can start cutting. So I use these 2 steel ramps and rolled it up on here by myself. It wasn't that bad to do really. And this piece right here is just to keep the log from sliding. It's pretty steady, like there's no movement at all. And these pieces, that ain't gonna matter if it gets cut into or not. They're just there for guides. I don't recommend building one yourself. So if you're gonna do this, I recommend just buying one. A little bit more expensive, but you know what you're getting. Most of the frames on something like this is made to be mounted permanently on a trailer. And you load the log just like a tractor or something. So this is not the most ideal setup for something like this. So also got 2 hickory logs as well and another sycamore log too. So let me finish getting set up and then we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll get ready to find out. Guys, first cut. Okay. That wood's wet. Oh, it's pretty wood though. Alright guys, there's our first cut. Success. It went right through it like it was nothing. I just kind of went by the feel of it, and the engine wasn't bogging too much, and just kept on going right through it. That wood's very wet. That's the bad thing about sycamore. It holds moisture a lot. So we're going for probably about 2 1/8 inch to 2 1/4 inch boards. So it'll take about a year or 2 for this to dry out enough to be able to actually use it for guitar building. That's a beautiful wood grain though. I've never actually seen sycamore like boards in person. I've only seen pictures of it. So this is American sycamore. You can tell by the camouflage looking bark on it. This tree came down in the storm probably about, I don't know, about 6 months ago. It was a live tree, so it's definitely still green wood. You can see the moisture where it came in on the side there. The bark's trying to come off. So it's a very wet wood. It's been left outside, of course. So much better finish than the chainsaw. Flat as can be. Like this probably, like if you had the right thickness, it probably wouldn't even have to be plain to use. Probably just sand it once it dries. But obviously it'll have to be plain to thickness and everything. So, all right, let me get it flipped over. Go ahead and mill the opposite side, and we'll go from there. the second cut. Get ready to start flipping it. I forgot to show you. So kind of a weird shaped log anyway. So now we're gonna square off this end and that end. I gotta get the board squared to the frame. That way it'll give me a good true edge on there for gluing the bodies back together. So let me get it set up, then we'll do the rest of the cuts probably on time lapse. Alright guys, the first log is done, and I forgot to mention this, it's right before Christmas in 23. Today's like the 23rd, I believe. And this is the piece that maybe end up as scrap, depending if it warps or not, because it's so thin. But this could be used for possibly guitar necks. Sycamore is not commonly used for necks, more of a body wood, but it can be used. So we got 3 good planks out of it. These are right at 2 1/8 inch thick is what I cut these at. Obviously guitar bodies are between 1.5 inches and 1 3/4. So we're right there, should have plenty to work with to plane it down. I am going to invest in a good planer before that time comes. I'm not fighting it no more. The only problem I ran into, you can kind of see my guide kind of hit right here, and it's not really any fault of anything really, except the track system is not really designed the best. It almost needs like a platform in the middle part to raise it up a little bit. So I might end up modifying this at some point. And it did cut the top of a couple of these off, as you can see. But I can't remember which one it was now, but it's no big deal. So let's see, get an idea of how wide these pieces are. It's obviously not wide enough for a guitar body. So we're right at 9 inches. So 2 of them glued together. So let's see, we should be able to get 3 guitar bodies out of that. So that should go pretty good. And all these pieces over here, it's got the bark on it. These will be cut and split up and used as firewood, so nothing will be going to waste here. Like I said, this piece may or may not end up as guitar necks. It's still too good of a piece to trash. So, alright, let's do a hickory log. 90% sure this is hickory. Not sure what type of hickory. Somebody told me it was white oak. I don't think it is, because it's got the heart and the sapwood are different colors. Oak don't usually look like that when it's cut. So I'm pretty sure this is like a pig nut hickory or something like that. Thought it was shag bark, but the bark's not quite shaggy enough, as someone else said. So we'll get one of them up here next, but I gotta take a break and get something to eat. pretty piece of wood, guys. There's the other pieces. That sapwood really light compared to the heartwood of it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is hickory. It looks like it. So, still got one more of them, and another sycamore log too. Probably gonna save it for another day. I'm getting tired and it's starting to get dark already. So I'm going to end this video, guys. I think it's a successful. I'm just got to come up with a way to dry this wood without ruining it like we did the cherry boards. This bottom piece is just a little bit thicker, so it'll be alright. So I'm going to conclude the video, guys. There's also a real short video I'll put up probably after this video, and it's just me holding my phone, running it on the piece of sycamore. You kind of see what it looks like from the operator's view. I might put it in this video too. I don't know yet, maybe not. But anyway, guys, this video is just to kind of show you that it works, and actually it works pretty good. Didn't have no problems at all. And these bearings here get a little bit warm. The blade down here gets warm, but nothing gets hot to the touch. Like, all the bearings are running cool. Even the clutch, just barely warm. So it's working real good, guys. Still don't know if I'd recommend building one like this, but it just kind of shows that it can be done if you put enough time and effort into it. So, guys, if you got any suggestions for any modifications that you noticed on this video that I should do for performance or safety or any other thing that might help it, just feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll get back to you on it as soon as I can. I know this should have more guards and stuff, which, since now that I know the blade's gonna stay on and everything, I probably will make some more guards for it. But I'm pleasantly surprised, guys. I didn't know what to expect. Things I build are very hit or miss, but I think we got it on this. A few little things I want to do to make it easier, like the boards that support the log and stuff. I want to make some like metal brackets and stuff. I think it'd be a lot better. I like to have like a V-shaped cradle for the initial cuts. That should make that a lot easier to do. But, and I might do away with the, and if I may end up making it like stationary, and it actually could sit like on the ground almost, and they'd do away with the wheels and make it easier to put the logs on it. But we'll see. But I'll call it a successful build. Like I said, there's a few things I would like to change on it. I wish the height adjustment was a little bit faster. I could probably change that going with like an Acme thread, but hey, this works. Don't show no signs of acting up. I did make one mistake on the sycamore. About the second or third cut, I forgot to tighten everything down, and so I stopped it right in the middle of the cut. I didn't try to back out with the blade running. I knew that would pull the blade off. So I shut it off and then pulled it out, then tightened everything up, and it stayed in the same spot, and I was able to continue. I don't think it affected anything, but now it kind of struggled a little bit. I say struggle, but I started getting a slight horizontal wobble like this, which I think it's just the frame of everything flexing. Also, I highly recommend Wood Miser for the blades. They told me that this blade would be perfect for this lower horsepower engine, which is a trash found Predator 212 6.5 horsepower. And it seemed to do good. You just got to go slow. There ain't no hurry. It's not like we're in a production atmosphere. And I do want to put some type of sweeper on here, because I'm getting sawdust built up, and I think that could potentially cause it to cut uneven. I don't think it's enough to make quite a difference on these initial cuts like this, but you can definitely see that it is building up. It's not like it's super thick, but it could cause a problem, so definitely need to make a sweeper for that. Alright, just a little bit of an update before I end the video. So before I made the last clip, I already finished milling up all 4 of the logs. So got a couple issues. I was only able to get 3 usable boards out of the other log because I had a problem with it. You can see what the problem was. Started cutting center towards that one part right there for some reason, and I figured out what it is. So I'm getting sawdust built up right here where the wheels ride, and it's not building up on the other side. So this side's riding up, making it cut untrue. I was originally going to build like a little sweeper here with a paintbrush on both sides That way it cleans it off as it goes both ways. So I'm definitely going to have to do that before it's used again. Or just remember to clean it off or blow it off between each cut, which will be annoying and easy to forget. Had to adjust the blade tension just a little bit because I think the blade stretched just a little bit. And it kept wanting to work off this back bearing. I could look down there and see the blade moving back. I'd had to ease through the cut, and that was also messing with the quality of the cut. So I adjusted the blade tension down, re-leveled it, which was still pretty level, and that seemed to help quite a bit. So I believe that was the problem. The blade's still cutting good. Just a little bit, starting to show a little bit of signs of dulling, not much, still going strong. Alright, so all the wood stacked and put up and painted the ends of it with the water-based paint. Should hold up good. Keep most of the water out and let it dry out. And then the flat spots where I thought water might build up more, I painted it too. And just got a sheet of plywood over top of it. Alright guys, the video's longer than I thought it would be. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.